Ahoy, shipmates! Something rather unusual this morning in the calm waters of a sunny Southampton. It's the Hurst Point. The Hurst Point is a class of 6 roll-on, roll-off sea lift ships, originally procured under a private finance initiative to be available for use as naval auxiliaries to the British Armed Forces. 2 of the ships have now been released from the contract, leaving 4 available for service with the military. The Point class sea lift ships are the result of the Strategic Defence Review and are designed by Holder Limited for the strategic transport of military cargoes and vehicles in times of need. The UK Ministry of Defence has purchased a 22-year charter from Fallen Shipping, who own, operate and crew the ships, utilising them as merchant vessels when they are not required for military service. The small British crews are provided by Fallen Shipping and are required to be sponsored reserves as a condition of service, which means they can be called up to be part of an armed forces in times of crisis. The benefits of this is that it guarantees crews in times of crisis. It means crew members are expected to work under the Armed Forces Act in 2006 rather than the Merchant Navy Code of Conduct, and they would be classed as combatants, be afforded the rights granted under the Geneva Convention. Of the 6 ships, Longstone and Beachy Head were on charter to the civilian company Transfenica, operating a ro-ro cargo ferry service in the Baltic Sea, connecting Hanko in Finland to Lübeck in Germany. Most recently, they have been operating on the Ingham to Cuxhaven route for DFDS. Other ships have also been involved in a commercial activity with other companies and other militaries. All ships are available to the MOD at very short notice if required. The first 4 ships have been kept almost constantly busy on MOD duties since the build-up to the Iraq invasion in 2003. But Longstone and Beachy Head have seen little MOD service and were sold in 2013 as a result of budget cuts. Four ships were built by the German company Flensburger Schiffenbaugesellschaft, the balance being built by Harland & Wolff in Belfast. All are named for British points and headlands. They replaced the Royal Fleet Auxiliaries Sea Centurion and Sea Crusader in service. Anvil Point was the last ship built by Harland & Wolff Yard. Displacement under full load is 23,000 tons. Length is 193 metres, a beam of 26 metres, and a draft of 7.6 metres. Propulsion is by 2 MAK 94M43 diesel engines, generating a total of 21,700 horsepower by 2 propellers. Speed is 21.5 knots, 39.8 kilometers an hour for metric types, and 24.7 miles per hour. The range is 9,200 nautical miles. Capacity is 14,000 tons. A linear space for vehicles of 2,650 metres, with 130 armoured vehicles and 60 trucks and ammunition, or 8,000 tons of vehicles. Crew is between 18 and 22. The Hurst point can also carry 4 helicopters, including Chinook, Apache, Merlin and Wildcat. The Hurst Point made a port call at Gibraltar in August 2013 and was part of the next year's Cougar 13 deployment. Hurst Point has also been used to replenish the Falkland Island garrison. As you can see, the port of Southampton is quite busy at the moment with the Queen Mary II in dock. You can probably also see in the background the Morella Discovery too. And then further beyond that, the Ventura. And perhaps you can just make out at the far end of the dock the beautifully resplendent, magenta-coloured one Cygnus. According to the Defence Select Committee report, 4 of the Ro-Ro ships are permanently contracted to the MOD, with the other 2 at notice for MOD tasking. For the 2 ships at notice, one can be accessed in 20 days and the other in 30 days. In autumn 2011, it was stated that 2 ships at short notice would be released from the PFI, leaving 4 ships available for the MOD. The ships released were Beachy Head and Longstone, and the RMT Union was informed that these vessels would be laid up or sold. The Hurst Point returns from overseas this morning. Returns from the point of Klaipėda in Lithuania. Having come to a stop, the Hurst Point is now ahead to stern for docking at the Marchwood Naval Port. You can see the bow thrusters activating on the Hurst point. There doesn't appear to be any cargo on the ship. Certainly doesn't appear to be importing any PPE for the current COVID-19 crisis. And as you can see, the Hurst point has slowly started to make her way back to Marchwood. There is space for 2 vessels this size in Marchwood. Sometimes you can see 2 vessels docked. But today there is nothing in Marchwood. Plenty of space to reverse into the port. Hurst Point is in fact a lighthouse. On the spit of land between Milford-on-Sea and the Isle of Wight. That is the narrowest point between the mainland and the Isle of Wight. There is also a castle at Hurst Point, which is well worth a visit, should you be in the neck of the woods. And I've just sped up this little bit here. It doesn't really dock that quickly in real life. Touch more on the bow thruster. Well, until next time, shipmates.